up, everybody? This is Versus. We're reporting live from Mango's in South Beach in Miami, Florida. We just recorded another episode of Party Starter Radio Live with the girl Bexxie. I was actually really pumped to figure out that she's actually another Jersey girl as well. So always gotta have the Jersey squad on. And then I'm really pumped right now. We got the boy Data Life, Stefan from Data Life, coming in for another interview. I want to give a huge shout out to one of the managers over here at Mango's, June. She's been so accommodating. You know, we wanted to have a good environment and a good setup for the artists as well. We had mentioned that we wanted to get bananas and champagne for Data Life and for the Data Land. And you know, we walked in, she had cookies, bananas, water bottles, everything. She's been so awesome. And this building, it's crazy. This is actually one of the longest running clubs and establishments on South Beach. And they were the first nightclub to actually let people just run onto the bars and start dancing. And she's been showing us around all of the artwork around this whole place. It's like a continuous mural that goes up multiple floors. It's all done by like an artist and a couple different artists that work as a team together. There's so much history and so much cool energy in this building. So I wanted to give you guys a quick shout out. Thank you so much for all the accommodations and for letting us use the venue. And seriously, I've been to Mango's before. That's why I reached out, because I remember how sick the venue was. But if you guys come down to South Beach, make sure you come over. If you see my girl June, show her some love. And all right, let's get back to another episode.
Thinking about the way you move when we grind, Are you trying to make me lose my mind? Love it when we make up, all the time. Baby, will you lay me down?
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Versus, and welcome to another edition of Party Starter Radio Live. Got to give a huge shout out to Mango's in South Beach for letting us use this venue. Looks absolutely sick. Downstairs is pumping too. If you guys are ever in South Beach, make sure you guys stop by. I'm joined today by another Jersey native, Bexxie.
Yes.
How is everything? Welcome to Miami.
Good, thank you. Yeah, it's great to be here.
Awesome. Yeah, it's great to have you on too. How's your trip been so far?
Awesome. I mean, I just flew in yesterday, so kind of just getting started.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I'm really excited to be here, though.
And you got some big plans for Miami coming up, right?
Yeah, for sure. I've got the Anjuna Beats pool party on Sunday, which I'm really looking forward to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you've done some different stuff with Anjuna already before, right?
Yeah, so I had my first release with them last November on their Anjuna Beats Rising collection.
Oh, awesome.
And then I did a remix for Genix Numb track, so like I was so excited to get to do that because I love the original.
Yeah, I love the remix too, honestly.
Thank you so
I was
much.
bumping it the other day.
Nice. So yeah, that's what I've got going on so far.
That's awesome. Well, I'm sure the party here is going to be sick.
Yeah.
The Anjuna team, like we were talking about before, they have such a really loyal following and fan base too.
Yeah.
How was it that you initially got involved with them and kind of started sending the music?
Yeah, so they actually reached out. They were they reached out looking for some demos. So,
oh wow,
yeah,
that's
so,
awesome.
They were just like, hey, you know, we're looking for some like houseier stuff, and
yeah,
you know, so I sent them a few tracks, and In Your Hands was one of them, and that's, you know, so they took that one. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And then the remix opportunity came a little bit right after that as well.
Yeah,
oh, cool.
yeah.
So that's a great one too to start off with
their
team as well.
Yeah.
So the other day it was crazy. We were setting up all these interviews. I posted online, you know, like we really wanted to make sure we had a female presence and a female face involved as well.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of different requests. Bexxie. And it was like, she's so sick. She's from North Carolina. She's here. She's doing this and that. And like as soon as I went to your page, the first thing when I went to Spotify that came up was the Brooklyn Fire release.
Yes.
And you know, I've released, I think it was actually my first or second label release ever, like a while ago.
Oh, okay.
A really bad house track that's somewhere out there. Like, very weird. On Brooklyn Fire, but
Nice.
Tommy Sunshine's awesome.
Yes.
But I also saw your record just had, I think it was over 7 million streams.
Yeah.
And any house record, any tech record, that's
Yeah.
just insane.
Yeah, that was so surprising to me. Like, honestly, I made that track, like, deep in the pandemic. Like,
Yeah.
literally on my laptop, I think in bed.
Oh my god.
And, like, I really just wanted to make, like, I had a really specific idea of what I wanted to make. And,
Yeah.
like, I wanted something like a rolling bass and, like, some old school stabs and vocals and that sort of thing. I just, like, I'm really inspired by, like, early 90s rave music.
sure.
That's kind of, like, what I got into to begin with. And so, yeah, so Feel the Energy came out of that, and, you know, ended up on Brooklyn Fire, and, like, didn't think anything of it when it came out, but it just ended up getting out all these playlists, and then
Yeah.
it just kind of spiraled from there. But, like, to be
That's
honest, like,
awesome.
I didn't think anybody would be, like, that into it, but
Yeah.
it was just so surprising
Well,
to
it's a
me.
sick record.
Thank
So
you.
I think it's one of those where, you know, it's not really meant to, like, trick a listener. It's there. It's meant to just be kind of a floor
Right.
weapon, and it goes
Yeah,
off. Like,
yeah.
it literally goes crazy.
Yeah.
I had it on repeat, like, the other day when we first got into the Airbnb. My buddy's manager's like, dude, what is this? Is so fire. I was like, this is one of the artists we're interviewing this
Oh,
weekend.
nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, so, I mean, even with that, too, you said that it started getting picked up by playlists. Was it some of the
Yeah.
Spotify playlists?
Yeah. So it initially, I think, just like got on a few editorial playlists, like
Oh, awesome.
on release day, and then it just kind of like
Jumped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from there. So
It's crazy initially, like, what the editorials can do.
Yeah.
Like, especially early on, I had a couple that did the same, and you get, like, some huge jumps, but then once it does well there,
Yeah.
it, like, really ticks the
Yeah,
algorithm, and I feel like it shows it to almost, like, anyone that's listened to you in the
Yeah.
past, like,
yeah,
all these different things.
yeah.
And then, like, before that, like, a little bit earlier on, would you say, like, the Brooklyn Fire release was maybe, like, your first big release, or, like, release that really popped off?
I mean, I started releasing house probably like 2019,
Oh, awesome.
and then like I did a couple like self releases.
Yeah.
And then I did some releases on Brooklyn Fire. The first one was Surrender, and then Surrender got like surprisingly also to me
Yeah.
was added to some playlists. So Tommy's like, okay, we need to get another record out
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you, and that was I was like, well, I have this track. Like I was like, you know, maybe you'd want to put it out. And
Yeah.
they're like, yes. So yeah, so that's kind of how that happened.
It's
Yeah.
funny how, like, it's usually the unexpected ones.
Yes, exactly.
Like, even for me, like, last year or 2 years ago, I had a record that just it really started going, and it was like, we did not expect it. We were
Yeah.
honestly a little bit nervous going into release, because we're
Right.
like, this is very different. It's on a bigger label, so I hope we don't
Yeah.
flop here.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's
then-
exactly how I felt with like Feel the Energy. I just didn't think like it's to me seemed kind of different than what was
Yeah.
like out at the time.
For
so,
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, 7 million streams, definitely not anywhere near a flop, so you don't have to worry about that. But I have to bring it up too. You know, I saw the 732 when you sent me a text before. You're like, I saw your 908.
Yeah,
We got the Jersey
Jersey.
spot up in here, so if you're from Jersey, we gotta
Yes.
give you a shout out real
Jersey
quick.
represent.
Let's see. Is there a go-to spot, or like, is there a certain thing from Jersey that, like, now that you're down south, you really miss?
Man, well, definitely when I go back home, it's like pizza and bagels.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about the food, really.
sure.
Yeah, but yeah, mainly the food, I would say. I mean, as far as like clubs or anything goes, like everything's changed so much since
Yeah.
I've been there. So like, you know, it's hard to like all the clubs that I was going to when I started first like raving, or like they weren't even like clubs, it was just like
Yeah.
random venues that like
Exactly.
promoters would find to like throw a rave, you know?
Yeah, and even New
So,
York, it's like
yeah.
everything switched
It always
over.
changes all the
Yeah,
time. Yeah.
it kind of shifted more towards like bottle clubs now in New York,
Right,
which
yeah.
it took a little bit of that underground vibe away.
Right, yeah.
But who knows? I mean, I just saw that some of the mandates got taken off, so maybe this summer people are ready to party
yeah,
and throw some
totally.
more.
Like underground things.
Yeah. But so besides just music, what else do you like to do in your free time? Like if you're not in the studio and not working on beats?
Yeah, so not working on music. I have a dog.
Oh,
I like to spend
awesome.
time with him. Just enjoy like walking him and stuff, and like.
What's
I
his
like
name?
to-
Wanna give him
his
a shout
name's
out?
Jack.
Jack, what's up, dog?
And cooking, I love to cook, and
Awesome.
working out, yoga, meditation, big into like personal development and reading and stuff like that. So
That's
yeah, when
awesome.
I'm not working on music, I'm pretty much just like chilling out, like
Yeah.
you know, so that sort of thing.
And I have to say, you seem like I think you seem very chill, but I feel like, I don't know, you have like a very clear vision, but you don't seem like somebody who gets like too worked up. Like you seem very easygoing. So like,
well, maybe it just seems that way.
Yeah.
I have to actively work on like, you know, like the meditation definitely helps
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But yeah.
would you say all that helps, like even just in the sense of music? Sometimes
Yeah, absolutely.
things get a little frustrating,
Yeah, like
or
anxiety around stuff, or like like you said, frustrating, like creative blocks and things like that. This is stuff that like I'm actively like trying to work through, because I
Yeah.
just like, you know, want to make sure that I'm doing all the things like that help me to like be as creative as possible.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, even just now, like when we made the move, I think for me it was like a big shift in that way,
Yeah.
where just now like really focusing on myself and music,
Yeah.
getting back in the gym. Like I've said it to my team, it's like being in the gym, I never thought it'd like feel like a high off the gym, and just like
Right.
going there and feeling
Yeah.
great, like as soon as you get back mentally, physically,
Yeah, absolutely.
and then you sit down and it's like you feel like you have something else accomplished, or
Yeah.
you just feel better, and then when you're in the studio it definitely translates.
Yeah, it's like you don't realize all those little things like add up, like just holistically.
For
know?
sure.
So yeah, so I just try to like have all these like healthy habits that really help with my.
Yeah.
I feel like helps with the music. you
Oh,
know?
definitely.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I was hitting kind of like a stressed out point right before the holidays, before I moved here. I was packing up my old studio, then getting ready to move to Vegas, and I did like my first meditation.
Oh, nice.
And I called my buddy after. I was like, dude, that was the best thing ever. Like, I don't know why I don't do this all the time.
I know,
Like,
it can
my
be like
headspace.
addictive. Like you
Really.
get to like a place sometimes, like some meditations, you're like, where did I just go?
Yeah.
You know?
And it was the
Yeah.
best surprise. It was one of the vocalists, Rhiannon Rose, I work with a bunch, and she actually does guided meditations.
Oh, nice.
And like she could tell, like, because I was helping her with like a project that she was
Yeah.
working on for vocals, and then I was showing her some of my stuff. She's like, "You're very stressed right now, and you move." She's like, "I'm doing one tomorrow night. If you want to just like
Yeah.
come and join." She's like, "You can show your camera off on Zoom
Yeah.
and just be in there." But it really did like give you like a good headspace, and
Good.
then be able to be creative. So what else do you have planned for Miami besides like just your own parties? Are you going around the network?
Yeah.
Anyone
I'm
you want
gonna
to
go
catch?
To, yeah, I'm gonna go to the Defected party today.
Very fire. I
Really
could definitely see
excited
you on
about
Defected,
that.
too.
I would love to be on Defected.
Yes.
Yeah, Defected. I'm going to Insomniac.
Awesome.
And then going to the Thrive party as well.
Oh, very fire. I didn't know they were doing one too.
Yeah, yeah.
That's sick. Where's that party?
On Sunday, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I forget the exact venue, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely might have to check that
Yeah,
out
I'm
too.
gonna swing by after the Anjuna show and say hi to the Thrive family.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'll definitely try and come by on Sunday too and catch your set in Anjuna. I'm sure you're going to be
Awesome.
bringing the
Yes,
heat.
Please do. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Miami's a perfect spot, I think, for your sound. You know, even us last night, we were bouncing around to venues and stuff,
Yeah.
and the energy around the house down here
Oh.
is really, really sick.
Oh, I'm
so
so excited.
yeah. Besides that, I mean, is there anything that you want to tell the fans and the viewers to kind of look out for, or anything to expect from you in the next couple months?
So I have a release coming out on Thrive in 2 Fridays from now, April 1st. So
Fire.
keep an eye out for that. And more stuff on Anjuna Beats coming, definitely. So also keep an eye out for that. But yeah,
Very
lots of
fun.
music on the way.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pumped to hear. I mean, again, as soon as I saw the name pop up, go to your Spotify. First click, I'm like, this is fucking sick. Like, I was like, this is
Thank
very
you.
me, like right away. And then as I went through, you're very diverse too.
Yeah.
You really focus on vocals. You
Yeah.
focus on like some other piano, melodic elements
Yeah,
and stuff.
I do. I love working with vocalists. I'm actually doing vocals myself, so
Yeah.
it's like a goal that I've had, and my next release on Anjuna is going to have my own vocals. So
Oh, that's
I'm
awesome.
really excited about that.
Were your vocals on one of your Instagram clips?
No.
Okay.
I haven't done that yet. But
Okay. I saw like a how-to and I'm like, I'm not sure if this is her singing or not
Oh,
too.
so I did I had a track called Feel the Sound that was out on Thrive, and I did a vocal, but it wasn't like singing vocal.
Okay.
It was
It was
like
more
more of like a
talky.
talking and like
Yeah.
pitched it down and that sort of thing. So I think I had like a reel about that, but
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
And then one last thing too. Are you doing like mixing, mastering, all of that as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like I'm very like
Yeah.
OD about that, and as soon
Yeah.
as I heard them, I'm like, These are thick.
Oh,
like,
thank
these
you.
are really sick.
Yeah, I gotta give a shout out to Cosmic Academy, which
Yeah.
I took, and they were just amazing and instrumental to helping me with like my production and my mixing and mastering. So yeah,
it's crazy. I actually ran into Zach when I ran into Hotel last night too.
Oh, nice.
He was the first person. I said it to my buddy the other day. He was like, "Oh, I'm going to meet up with Zach. Do you know him?" I was like, dude, when I first started producing and I was really bad, he was the only one who would answer me on Facebook and just give me feedback at one point.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
he's
and like
my mentor. Yeah,
he really is. He's such an awesome guy. If you guys haven't checked out too, I don't know if briefly, like you definitely probably know a little bit better of like a rundown, but Cosmic Academy has done amazing things.
Yes.
Even just off the top of my head. You have Nostalgics, you got the boy Charles D.
Yeah.
You guys are all killing it. Major releases, awesome shows all around.
Yeah.
So everything they're doing there, and even just from an outsider perspective, I've always noticed it's like a family.
Yes.
It's like a very tight-knit family,
Absolutely.
like brothers and sisters helping each other.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, like again, I don't know exactly what point or it is the best time to get involved or look out for Cosmic, but if you're out there and you're an upcoming producer or I don't know, you kind of feel like you're at a wall or something.
Yeah,
I definitely think.
Yeah, if you're looking for like help with your production or like struggling with like, you know, social media and like things like that and like how to sign records, like they are just incredible. Like their program's incredible, and like you said, it's family. Like I'm getting to meet some of them for the first time this week, and that's just made it even more special. So
for sure,
yeah,
that's so awesome. And then like even in general too, like is it like an individual program kind of, or is it?
Yeah, so they do like a 5-week boot camp where you take classes, and it's pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
And then after that, like you're in the group, and they have like weekly feedback sessions and stuff. So you're like always getting to like get feedback on your music and stuff, and everybody's very nice and like willing to help you. You know, so
so it's kind of like after that 5-week period, you're always a member too.
Yep.
Oh wow, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, you know, like definitely go check them out.
Yes.
I've heard of Cosmic, I mean, for years, honestly. Like I remember even earlier on, before it went very digital, Zach was telling us about it down here.
Yeah.
We were at like the Revealed Masterclass and everything, and at one point he really shifted to really put a lot of energy into it. And it's awesome. Like I work for a production educational platform too. It's a little bit different in structure where it's more of a broader scale where like we have a bunch of students, we do feedback, you can also do one-on-ones.
Right.
But I really like that approach where, you know, you sign up and we're going to gear this towards you where you're at right now. Yeah. And when that's over, you're never leaving.
Yeah.
Or not that you're not leaving,
but
like you're always a part
you're
of
there
this.
forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's honestly been awesome to sit down with you. You're a really awesome person.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Your sounds are awesome. I can't wait to see where you take everything and the success of your career over the next couple months and years.
I really appreciate that.
Of course.
Thank you.
And then what's the best place for everybody to follow you or stay connected with you?
Yeah, just follow me on Instagram at Bexxie Music.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Nice meeting you. Thank you, everyone.
Of course. Thank you guys all for tuning in to another episode of Party Starter Radio Live. You can follow the show at Party Starter Radio on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at Versus Music Official. And until next time, we're checking out from Mangoes in South Beach. Come grab some drinks here. The girl June is awesome. The best hospitality in South Beach. Peace out, everybody. See you guys next time.